let me get one thing straight. One thing straight right here. You mean to tell me when he fought Vader in episode 3, he was completely out of the Force? No training, he cut himself off. But you mean to tell me in episode 4, he just got it back? The Force, his skills, and everything? I truly didn't know that the Force was like plugging in your phone charger and instantly getting power. That blows my mind. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Theta J. Back like I left something, and I'm glad you're here. Yes, I'm glad you're here. And this is the Kenobi Is Bad episode 4 review. Oh man, I never would have thought in my life, if you would have told me way back in the day Star Wars was coming out with a Kenobi show, that this show will be absolutely garbage. I walked into this show thinking, okay, Star Wars have got it wrong this time. They had some good shows like Mandalorian, but they're going to get it back on track with Kenobi. There's no way they can mess that up, especially with Revenge of the Sith being the creme de la creme, the top tier of Star Wars. And I'm looking at this show. We're on episode 4. We got 2 more episodes to go. It's no way of savaging this show. Now, I was talking to a lot of people out there on Twitter, and they were saying, Fatal J, you're so dumb, you're so stupid, all this stuff, because he completely didn't have the Force. The Force powers were gone. He cut himself off. And now these same people are saying, well, the Force is like riding a bike. You know, you never really lose the skills. What the freak? Make up your mind. Do he have it and now he's weak, or he can get back on the Force and ride a bike? We're going to get into that, but make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell, because when you hit that bell, it makes your boy feel oh so good and oh so swell. Also, something very important, watch this video all the way to the end, because I'm going to bring that heat all the way to the end, trust me. But it really helps me in the algorithm when you watch this video from start to finish. It's even better than hitting the like button. If you watch this video all the way from the beginning to the end, it helps me to bring more people in that has the same opinion as you. And we'll discuss if I'm wrong or right in the comments below. You're not going to want to miss that. Trust me. So please do that. Also, please, in the like and dislike button, where the dislike and like button is at, there's a button right there called Super Thanks. Do me a big favor. I don't have to wait till live streams to get donations from you. Hit that Super Thanks. All I'm asking for is $2 from each and one of you. You give me $2, I'm putting it right back into the channel. Because you know how YouTube is. YouTube is off the chain, and they don't like to pay people what they're owed. You know what I mean? But let's get into this episode of episode 4 Kenobi. This episode was bad. This episode was trash. Did it have potential? Yes, it had a lot of potential, but they dropped the ball on a lot of things in this show. I can't believe Taylor, I think her name is, we're going to call her Taylor for the show, Taylor whatever. Taylor and Kenobi. I can't believe how much they got away with in this show when they was in the Inquisitor's fortress. You had stormtroopers, Imperial officers all walking around. I can't believe a lot of the things they got away with in this show. It blew my mind. But I'm gonna give you a summary, then I'm gonna give you my thoughts. The summary of the show is, we leave off from episode 3. Obi-Wan Kenobi is beat down and burnt down from the Darth Vader encounter. Hence, the Kathleen Kennedy rematch that she talked about. And I don't care what y'all guys say out there. Well, they're going to fight at the last episode. That's the rematch. A rematch is, you have a first fight, And then when you get together and fight again, that's a rematch. Episode 3 was the rematch, and that was very much a lackluster. And of course, we start the episode off in the freaking Bacta tank. The freaking Bacta tank. How many times is this going to show up and save these storytellers, these writers of the show? So anyways, he's in there. He having forced dreams about Vader. And they're on this planet. I think it's called Jabim or something. And we see your boy Ice Chip. I got that from Mark with a C. Ice Chip is Ice Cube's son. He makes an appearance in the show. And this is where all the Jedis have been hiding away from the Empire. And they basically tell these guys on this planet, we need your help against the Empire and all this type of stuff. They help them. So they end up going on the Inquisitor fortress to get Leia back. Leia has been kidnapped yet again. And what blows my mind about this, Princess Leia being in this show so freaking much, it destroys George Lucas canon. I don't care who you are or what you think you know. This destroys George Lucas canon, especially with Luke being on Tatooine this whole entire time. Obi-Wan's main purpose was to stay on Tatooine, and Yoda told him during his time on Tatooine, he could connect in the Force with Qui-Gon, so in A New Hope, when he dies, he can learn to be a Force ghost, people. I'm just saying, but Fatal J is the 4. But they get on the fortress, and Tila, she puts on back her Imperial suit and try to get codes to go in and save Leia. Now, at this time, Leia is being investigated by Reva, and Reva is one of the most horrible villains known to man, because she gets to a point, she gets frustrated with Leia, and she starts wanting to torture Leia. Yeah, torture a 10-year-old child. In the midst of that, you have Obi-Wan. He's slowly, like the people told me on Twitter, he's getting on his bicycle and he's slowly learning to gain the Force again. After he got his butt beat down real bad, he's slowly learning the Force now. Shouldn't he have slowly been learning the Force when he was fighting Vader? All of a sudden now, he's getting confidence. He's fighting these stormtroopers through the fortress to save Leia, and he starts to slowly get his Force powers back. I didn't know the Force was like a bicycle. I never did know that. I didn't know you could cut yourself off for 10 years without training, without practicing in the Force, and then all of a sudden you can deflect blaster rays, and you can do all this stuff with stormtroopers shooting at you. Your skills just magically come back after 10 years. You turn into a pro again. That's the Disney way, I guess. But we go through the episode. They finally, Obi-Wan, he needs a distraction from Tila, and Tila, she's talking to Reva, and because Reva was right about to go in on Leia and about to torture her real bad, but Tila, she's talking to Reva, and the thing about Reva is trying to find this location for where all the Jedi's from, and Leia happens to know. And while Tila distracted Reva, Obi-Wan goes in, saves Leia. Now, during all this, while he's doing this epic fight, they're underwater, and one of the windows gets shot, and Obi-Wan uses his Force powers. These Force powers that he haven't used in 10 years. He's fighting them off with the Force powers, and he's using all his strength and power, and it magically works. He saved the day, and then all the water crashes in. Now, this is the part that really threw me off. It's very laughable. While they're walking out to an escape on the ship, Obi-Wan literally has Leia under his coat. So while he's walking around all these stormtroopers and Imperial people, you can literally see 4 legs under a trench coat. That was their way of escaping from this freaking fortress with all these Imperial soldiers, stormtroopers, these Force users, and even Vader is on this thing. And you mean to tell me Vader didn't sense Leia? He didn't sense Obi-Wan this whole time? That's what I'm trying to tell you. And then they escaped from the fortress, and the people that Ice Chip, his people, they came in and shot up the place. One of the dudes died. They tried to make you feel sorry for the dude, but it was no connection to the guy. And the episode ends. And the episode ends on the cliffhanger where Reva puts a tracking device on the ship where Obi-Wan escaped from. This show was trash. It's constantly breaking canon, and I just don't understand why Disney Star Wars seems to dump on all of George Lucas characters. They dumped on Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Leia, Boba Fett, Lando, and the list carries on. But when it comes to their characters, they try to make their characters look dope as ever. But you can't make your characters look dope if you dump on the legacy characters. You guys let me know what you think about this episode. To me, it was very horrible. I don't see how in 2 episodes this can be the grand scale, top tier Star Wars show that it was supposed to be. Or maybe Fatal J just being a hater. You guys let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell. Because when you hit that notification bell, it makes your boy Fatal J feel oh so good and oh so swell. And I'm out of here, Ninja Daddy.